This episode is brought to you by Glorify, the #1 Christian daily devotional app. Everything around us changes. God doesn't. That's why I love Glorify's 21-day challenge. It helps me build a simple habit of meeting with God every day. No pressure, just consistency. With Glorify, you can start your morning by reading the Bible passage of the day, diving into Glorify's daily devotional, and wrapping up with an immersive experience called Daily Walk with God. And if you need to take a few minutes to yourself in the middle of a busy day, try one of Glorify's guided meditations, or listen to their curated worship playlists for some quiet reflection. To end the day, enjoy Glorify's sleep meditations to help you wind down and put your mind and heart at ease. Whether you're a committed Christian or simply curious about faith, Glorify has something for you. Join over 20 million people who have downloaded the Glorify app and deepened their relationship with God. Listeners to the show can get full access to Glorify for just $29.99 for the entire year. That's Glorify's lowest price ever when you download the Glorify app now at glorify-app.com/redcircle. Feel closer to God this year with Glorify. Get full access all year for just $29.99 at glorify-app.com/redcircle. That's glorify-app.com/redcircle.
Stop. Don't scroll. Because what I'm about to say is not a coincidence. This is divine timing. This is the moon. Not next year. Not 10 years from now. This is the moment God proves every single doubter in your life wrong. But here's the catch. Most people will miss it. They'll skip this message. They'll scroll on, distracted by noise, blind to the breakthrough they've been praying for. Don't be one of them. Because if you stay with me until the end of this video, I promise, you won't just hear encouragement. You'll feel confirmation. This word is for you. You've been overlooked. You've been talked about. You've been laughed at. And deep inside, you've asked, God, when will it be my time? Well, this is that time. And this message is that sign. So lean in. Turn off the distractions. Because I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to awaken something God planted inside of you before the world ever doubted you. Now let's get straight into it. You've been overlooked, haven't you? Passed over, misunderstood, underestimated. People looked at you and decided who you were based on what they saw. Your past, your background, your silence, your struggle. They thought they had you figured out because they saw the surface. But what they didn't see, what they couldn't possibly know, is what God placed inside of you before you were even born. I need you to hear me. This is not just encouragement. This is revelation. God doesn't judge by outward appearances. He never has. Man looks at the face, but God sees the fire in your heart. When Samuel went to anoint the next king of Israel, even he, God's prophet, looked at Jesse, his oldest son, and thought, surely this is the one. But God corrected him. He said, the Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. That's 1 Samuel 16:7. And that one verse is your reminder that divine vision sees beyond human judgment. You may feel unseen, but you are not forgotten. You are not unqualified. You are not late. What you are is hidden in the secret place, in God's timing, in His process. And when God hides you, it's never to punish you. It's to prepare you. Preparation always happens in private before promotion happens in public. I've been there. I know what it's like to feel like you're giving your all, staying faithful, staying pure, staying hopeful, and still getting passed by. I remember asking God, why are they getting blessed and not me? Why are doors opening for everyone else, and I'm still in the same place? And do you know what He whispered back to me? He said, because I'm not building a platform. I'm building a person. you, my friend, are that person. You're being developed while others are being displayed. And that's not a punishment, it's a privilege. Because when God finally brings you forward, He will prove every doubter wrong without you even having to speak a word. That's what He does. He takes the least likely and raises them up. He uses the ones nobody else would pick to demonstrate His power in undeniable ways. That's not just motivation. That's Bible. 1 Corinthians 1:27 says, "But God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong." That means when people call you not enough, God calls you chosen. When they say you're underqualified, God says you're anointed. When they count you out, heaven is already counting you in. So don't despise the season of being unseen. Don't curse the silence. Don't mistake delay for denial. You are not lost. You are positioned. You are not rejected. You are reserved. And when the time is right, the same people who overlooked you are going to watch God overflow you. They won't be able to deny it. Because when God does it, He does it loud. And He makes sure that those who thought they knew your story realize they were only reading the cover, because God's about to turn the page. So lift your head. Wipe your tears. You're not hidden from heaven. You're hidden for heaven. And this moment right here, this is just the beginning of God proving every single doubter wrong. So if heaven sees what man ignores, then why does it feel like nothing's moving? Why does it feel like you're still stuck, still waiting, still unseen? Could it be that the silence is part of the setup? Let me tell you something real, and I want you to hold this deep in your spirit. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to. God is never late. His delay is never a denial. You see, what people call delay, God calls development. I've walked through seasons where it felt like nothing was moving. It felt like my prayers were bouncing off the ceiling, like the promises spoken over me had dried up. I saw people moving forward, getting opportunities, receiving blessings, and I sat there wondering, God, did you forget me? But I came to understand something sacred. God wasn't ignoring me. He was incubating me. Delay is the soil where deep faith grows. When the doors stay shut, when the silence feels endless, that's where God is strengthening your roots. That's where He's testing your endurance, sharpening your character, teaching you to trust what you can't see. You're not being punished. You're being prepared for something weightier than your current situation can even carry. Habakkuk 2:3 says, "Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." That's not wishful thinking. That's divine timing in motion. The promise will come, but it won't come until it's time. God's time, not your timeline. Now, people might look at your current position and assume you've missed your moment. They'll say you're too late, too old, too behind, too broken. But let me ask you, who are they to put a clock on God's plan? What people see as the end is often where God begins. He specializes in last-minute turnarounds. Just ask Lazarus. God doesn't panic in delay. He shows off in it. Listen carefully. What looks like failure right now is actually formation. That closed door wasn't rejection. It was redirection. That silent season wasn't emptiness. It was evidence that God was moving beneath the surface. And the reason He hasn't answered you yet isn't because He doesn't care. It's because He cares too much to give you something you're not fully prepared to carry. Ecclesiastes 3:11 declares, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Not your time. Not their time. His time. And when it's His time, it won't just be beautiful, it'll be unstoppable. What you thought was dead will suddenly rise. What was barren will suddenly produce. God is the master of suddenly. And when he moves, everyone who doubted will see that the delay wasn't a denial. It was the setup for a miracle. So don't curse the waiting. Don't rush the process. Don't despise the silence. It's working. It's forming something eternal. Because when God delays, he's crafting something that will outlive the doubt, outweigh the pain, and outshine the critics. You may not feel it right now, but you're in the middle of a divine setup. And when it breaks loose, the people who thought you were finished will have no choice but to say, only God could have done this. So wait. And while you wait, trust. And while you trust, get ready, because your no season is about to turn into a public yes. But while you're waiting for your time to come, who's standing up for you in the meantime? Because while you're silent, they're still talking. And just when you think no one has your back, God steps into the room.
This episode is brought to you by Glorify, the #1 Christian daily devotional app. Everything around us changes. God doesn't. That's why I love Glorify's 21-day challenge. It helps me build a simple habit of meeting with God every day. No pressure, just consistency. With Glorify, you can start your morning by reading the Bible passage of the day, diving into Glorify's daily devotional, and wrapping up with an immersive experience called Daily Walk with God. And if you need to take a few minutes to yourself in the middle of a busy day, try one of Glorify's guided meditations, or listen to their curated worship playlists for some quiet reflection. To end the day, enjoy Glorify's sleep meditations to help you wind down and put your mind and heart at ease. Whether you're a committed Christian or simply curious about faith, Glorify has something for you. Join over 20 million people who have downloaded the Glorify app and deepened their relationship with God. Listeners to the show can get full access to Glorify for just $29.99 for the entire year. That's Glorify's lowest price ever when you download the Glorify app now at glorify-app.com/redcircle. Feel closer to God this year with Glorify. Get full access all year for just $29.99 at glorify-app.com/redcircle. That's glorify-app.com/redcircle.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm gonna give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car's gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Too much time trying to explain yourself to people who were never meant to understand you. You've been trying to prove your worth, trying to justify your calling, trying to defend your character. But here's the truth. I need you to receive today. You don't have to fight for a seat at the table when God is preparing one just for you. God doesn't just call you. He defends you. And when he steps in, he doesn't whisper your name in private. He shouts your victory in public. When the time comes for your unveiling, you won't have to clap back, post receipts, or argue with critics. God will speak louder than every accusation ever spoken against you. Isaiah 54:17 declares it boldly, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn." This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. That means it's your inheritance to be defended by God. It's part of the package. It's already yours. The enemy can try, but his weapons won't work. The lies can fly, but they will fall. You may not know how many rooms your name has been dragged in. You may not know who smiled in your face while stabbing you in the back. But God knows, and he keeps the receipts. And when the right moment arrives, he will silence the critics without you saying a word. I know what it feels like to be misjudged, to be the one they laugh at, gossip about, ignore. I've had people look me in the eyes and tell me I'd never make it. And at one point, I almost believed them. But then God reminded me, what He put in me is not up for debate. I'm not on trial in the court of public opinion. I'm standing in the court of divine purpose. Exodus 14:14 says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." That's a hard word when your heart wants to fight back. But it's a freeing word. Because when God steps in, He doesn't just defend you, He promotes you. He lifts you up in front of the same people who thought you'd never rise. He places you in positions your doubters never imagined for you. Let them talk. Let them whisper. Let them throw shade. It's not your job to convince them. It's God's job to crown you. And when He does, your fruit will be your proof. Your elevation will be your answer. And your peace will be the loudest clapback of all. So rest your case. Heaven has the final say. And when God speaks on your behalf, every false word will crumble, and every doubter will have to watch your destiny unfold. Not because you fought for it, but because God fought for you. You don't have to clap back when heaven is about to show out. But what if the very thing that broke you was secretly building the stage for your breakthrough? What if the pain was the prophecy in disguise? Let me say this slowly so it sinks into your spirit. What was meant to break you will become the very thing that builds you. What was designed to destroy you will end up being the platform that elevates you. Because God is a God of divine reversals. Think about Joseph. His brothers threw him into a pit. They sold him like trash, betrayed him, lied about him, and left him for dead. He spent years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. But when God's appointed time arrived, Joseph didn't just come out of the pit. He rose to the palace. And when he finally faced the very ones who betrayed him, do you know what he said? Genesis 50:20. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. That's the reversal miracle. God takes what the enemy designed for your destruction, and He flips it. He turns the pain into purpose, the setback into a setup, the shame into glory. What was once your weakness becomes the very thing He uses to showcase His strength. And I don't care how dark your situation looks right now. I don't care how deep the pit feels. I don't care what labels have been put on your name. God is not finished. And if God's not finished, then your story is not over. Reversals don't make sense to the world, but they make miracles for those who believe. Psalm 118:22 says, "The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone." That's you. You're the stone. The one they passed over. The one they said wasn't good enough. But what they didn't realize was that you were never supposed to fit into their building. You were destined to become the foundation of something brand new. I want you to start seeing your wounds differently. That betrayal, that abandonment, that trauma. It's not your disqualification. It's your distinction. Because when God reverses it, it becomes evidence. Proof that He's real. Proof that He restores. Proof that you don't need perfect beginnings to have divine endings. And when that reversal hits, when the tide turns and favor finds you, it won't be subtle. God's reversals are always loud. He wants your enemies to see it. He wants your doubters to witness it. Because your comeback is not just about you, it's about His glory. So I don't care what you've lost. I care what God is about to restore. I don't care what doors were slammed shut. I care about the one door God Himself is about to open, and no man can shut. Get ready for the reversal. Get ready for the miracle. What was meant for evil is about to become your greatest weapon of testimony. God is not just flipping the script, He's rewriting the ending. But even in the turnaround, there's one thing: the enemy still targets your faith. Because if he can't stop the miracle, he'll try to rob you of your belief. So the question is, can you still believe when nothing around you says you should? Let me ask you something straight up. What kind of faith do you have when nothing makes sense? Not when things are going well, not when the doors are swinging wide open, but when all you hear is silence and all you see is shadows. That's the moment where real faith is forged. And that's where God shows Himself most. You see, most people want proof before they believe. But real faith believes before the proof shows up. That kind of faith, it doesn't wait to shout until the wall falls. It shouts while the wall is still standing. That kind of faith is dangerous. It's disruptive. And let me tell you something. Your faith is not just personal. It's prophetic. It speaks to others even when you're silent. People are watching your life right now, not to see your perfection, but to witness how you walk through pressure and still trust God. John 11:40 says, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" Jesus didn't say if you behave. He didn't say if you fix everything first. He said if you believe. That's it. Faith is the key. And not just belief in theory, but belief when you have every reason to doubt. Belief when everyone else gave up. Belief when the situation looks beyond repair. Let me be honest. I've battled with doubt. I've stared at promises and felt like they were mocking me. I've cried out, "God, where are you?" And in the stillness, I've heard Him say, "I never left. I'm just waiting to see if you'll still believe without seeing." That's what separates surface faith from supernatural faith. Anyone can trust God after the miracle, but God blesses those who trust Him before the miracle. That's why Hebrews 11:1 is so powerful. It says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." It doesn't say faith is confidence in what we already have. It says confidence in what we're still hoping for. So, let me speak this into your life. Your faith is confronting every doubt, every word spoken against you, every negative thought in your mind, every delay that tried to break your hope. Your faith is standing up and saying, "I still believe. I still expect. I still know who my God is." And that kind of faith, it moves mountains. It shuts the mouths of lions. It opens prison doors. It flips court decisions. It breaks addictions. Faith is your weapon. Don't drop it just because things don't look the way you expected. Don't let delay deceive you into disbelief. Faith never goes unrewarded. The people who doubted you need to see you keep going, because your life is preaching louder than any sermon. And when God comes through, and He will, it won't just change your life. It'll change every person who witnessed your journey. They'll see the glory of God through your endurance, your belief, your faith. So, don't shrink. Don't settle. Don't surrender to the doubt. Stand firm. Lift your eyes and declare it until your voice shakes. "I still believe." Because your faith is pulling the future into your present, and heaven is about to respond. And when your faith holds steady, when you keep walking, keep trusting, keep standing, He doesn't just reward you in private. He puts it on display for every eye that ever doubted. This is where the spotlight shifts and heaven makes a statement through you. You've waited in silence. You've prayed in pain. You've walked through seasons where nobody understood the weight you were carrying. And now, this is the moment where God makes a public statement. Not just in whispers, not behind closed doors, but in the open, where everyone who counted you out has no choice but to watch him raise you up. This is not hype. This is heaven's declaration over your life. God is about to make it undeniable. There are times when God works quietly in us, and then there are times when he works through us so powerfully that the results speak louder than any rumor ever could. This is that season. The season where fruit replaces frustration, where your years of wondering why finally meet the moment of now. Psalm 23:5 says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." That's not poetic metaphor. That's prophetic reality. God didn't say he would remove your enemies. He said he'd bless you in front of them. He said they'd have to watch. They won't be able to explain it, contain it, or deny it. When God makes a public statement, the spotlight is no longer on your struggle. It's on your strength. And not just strength alone, but the strength he built in you through the fire, the tears, the battles you thought would break you. Let's be clear. This isn't about proving people wrong for ego's sake. This is about God proving himself faithful. He's using your life as evidence. He's putting his glory on display through your story. And when it happens, it'll be too obvious to ignore. Psalm 126:2 says, "Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongue with songs of joy. And it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them." That's the kind of shift you're stepping into. A joy so loud that even your enemies admit God's hand is on you. They won't be able to keep quiet about it. They'll have to say, "That had to be God." I've lived through this. I've had seasons where people saw me at rock bottom. But then God flipped the script. And when he lifted me, it was so public, so undeniable, so miraculous, that the same people who doubted me were texting me, congratulating me, asking me, how did it happen? And all I could say was, God did it. Because when he does it, no one else can take credit. You're about to step into that same reality. Your name is being called in rooms you haven't entered yet. Your fruit is about to show in fields you forgot you even sowed in. Your harvest is coming. And this time, you won't have to announce it. Your life will announce it for you. So get ready. Because what was once questioned will become your confirmation. What was once mocked will become your mantle. What was once doubted will become divine proof. And the mouths that once spoke against you, they'll say, "Surely the Lord has done great things." You feel that? That rising in your chest? That stirring in your spirit? That's not emotion, that's encounter. That's God moving right now. This isn't just the end of a message. It's the beginning of manifestation. You're not just walking away with encouragement. You're stepping into evidence. So I want you to slow down, lean in, and pray this with me out loud. Don't just watch, engage. Let every word sink in, move through you, and come alive in your mouth. This is holy ground. And this is the moment God proves every doubt or wrong in your life. Let's pray. Father, I come to you with nothing to hide and everything to surrender. You see the wounds behind my silence, the battles behind my smile. You saw every moment I was counted out, laughed at, and left behind. And right now, I give you all of it. Every word spoken against me, every label, every lie, every limitation. I will not carry this weight one more day. I give it to you, God. You are my defender. You are my judge. And you know who I really am. Say this with me. God, I give you the pain they caused. Say it again. I give you the pain and the pressure. I release it. Right here. Right now. Father, I've been questioning myself for too long. But today I remember, I am chosen. I am called. I am seen by you. Before they overlooked me, you appointed me. Before they doubted me, you designed me. I was never a mistake. I was never invisible to heaven. So right now I declare, I am who God says I am. Say it with me again. I am who God says I am. Not what they think. Not what I fear. I am marked by divine identity, and that can never be taken away. Lord, your timing is not off. You didn't miss it. I didn't miss it. The delay was not denial. It was design. You've been preparing me, not punishing me. So I align myself with your timing, God. I break agreement with discouragement. I break agreement with doubt. And I declare in faith, my time is coming. My moment is near. Say it again with boldness. My time is coming. My moment is near. Because heaven is never late, and you've already scheduled my elevation. Now, God, I speak reversal over every wrong turn, every betrayal, every rejection, every setback. Flip it in my favor. Take what the enemy meant for evil and turn it into victory. Let the pit become my platform. Let the stone they rejected become the foundation you use. This is my Joseph moment. This is my Esther hour. Say this with me. God is reversing the story. Say it again like you believe it. God is reversing the story. I receive public restoration, divine promotion, and supernatural vindication. Let every doubter witness the power of my living God. So Lord, seal this word in my spirit. Let it echo in my mind when fear tries to creep back in. Let your favor follow me. Let your glory go before me. Mark my name with heaven's yes. Let every room I walk into carry the fragrance of divine purpose. I declare today, God is proving them wrong through me. Say it with all your heart. God is proving them wrong through me. Let my life be the evidence. Let my journey be the testimony. And let your name, God, get all the glory. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. You've stayed through the word. Now stay with the mission. If this was your moment, then help create someone else's. When you give, you don't just support a channel. You send God's voice into someone's darkest hour. You become the echo of this message in a stranger's soul, a holy interruption in their despair. Every super thanks, every membership, every seed sown through PayPal is not ordinary. It's all poured out in faith. And God never lets oil fall to the ground without fire. He said, "Give, and it will be given to you." And he is not a man that he should lie. When you act in faith, God responds in fullness. You've asked him, "Use me, Lord." This, right now, is your answer. This is the moment God proves the doubters wrong, and he's calling you to help prove it in someone else's life. Let your giving become a prophetic strike. Let your seed say, "I believe in the harvest." Click Super Thanks. Join as a member. Or give directly through the PayPal link in the description below. Do it now. Obey. So. And watch how heaven honors what you plant. Before you scroll away, don't just hear this word, plant it. Speak it. Activate it. This isn't just another video. This is a prophetic moment. So let's mark it. In the comments right now, type this out. This is my moment. God is proving them wrong. Let the enemy see it. Let your faith rise as you write it. Let heaven agree with your declaration. Say it out loud, type it below, and come back to it as a marker in your journey. And if this message stirred something in your spirit, share it. Don't keep this word to yourself. Someone else is living under doubt, under delay, under shame, and this could be their moment too. Like, comment, share, but most importantly, declare. Because this is the moment everything shifts. This is the moment heaven answers. This is the moment God proves every doubter wrong. And it's happening through you. Amen. Please like this video and leave a heartfelt amen in the comments. If you want to stay closer to God, subscribe to our channel